roll, she's a Nick, she's a 9, she's a 10, I know. She got blue red legs, blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm about to win my heart goodbye.
Both my mom and dad passed away. My father died in 1994. He was about 85 years old. And then I lost my mother about 4 years back. She was only about 57 or 58 years old.
We were very good friends, apart from her being my mother. You know, she supported me 100%. You know, with her love, with her prayers and everything. You know, she was really cool. You know. My father, well, I tell you, he was one of a kind. When he was younger, he liked stuff like big game hunting and going for skiing in Switzerland. And you know, he always reminded us of Howard Hughes or somebody like that. For somebody from his era, for me to play professionally was absolutely, you know. In fact, as long as he was alive, I never played professionally.
Daddy had a lot of property, a lot of wealth, but somehow he never really cared about it. No.
He used to do car racing and stuff. He had a car crash or something, you know. And that kind of changed his life. He was very eccentric, you know.
And he had been very, very careless with his money and his house.
And somehow he trusted the wrong kind of people, the people,
Always.
you know, who wanted just to please him.
Thank you for your smile.
When I met Bobby, it was like meeting with a library of music, you know, country music. He'd just keep playing, and I'd just keep sitting there and just watching him and listening to him. And I just couldn't stop doing that because I was absorbing so much of it. It wasn't exactly that he was like a cowboy, though I love men who wear boots, but it was more that aura of mystery about him. You could meet him many times over, and still you felt there was a lot more to get to know about him. I still feel that way. I want to see whether people all over the world, those who are coming to Tamworth, think he's as good as we here in India think he is. I don't know whether Bobby thinks that way, I'm not sure, but I do think that way.
But we do the rest in Tamworth, man.
Let's go. That's brilliant, man.
Cheers to Tamworth.
Cheers to Tamworth, Bobby. Have a good one. Fancy camera. Isn't this fancy camera?
This is a good song.
Out here, every good-looking daughter makes you swear there's something in the water. He's from Tamworth. It's Larry Manson back in his hometown.
I'm sort of an ambassador to the place, even though it's not an official thing, but I do. It's my town, you know. I'm one of the few full-time musicians that live here. I'm one of the few golden guitar winners that actually call Tamworth home. Hey, how you going? I'm Laurie, mate.
You have to be Laurie.
I'm Laurie.
Yeah. Good to see you, man.
Nice to meet you, Bobby.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
I've been hearing so much about you.
Yeah, I was here in Sydney, so and I've seen the festival start from the very beginning. I've seen every festival. Okay, this is your friend here?
That's Manish.
I'm Laurie.
Yeah. Laurie, nice to meet you.
But it's also really great to have an international visitor come over and be able to show them around. I love that, you know. That's all you hear.
5 seconds. 4, 3.
Well, you know, they say music is the universal language, and for our next guest, it's certainly opened up a lot of international doors. His name is BobbyCash. Here's the clincher, though. He grew up in the Himalayan foothills of India, and he chose country music as his career. Well, he's just arrived from New Delhi. He's heading for the Tamworth Country Music Festival. Tamworth, you better get ready. But he joins us in the studio this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve, and good morning, Australia.
You painted up your lips and rolled and curled your tinted hair.
We have some great artists in India, people like Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Amjad Ali Khan, who are big international figures, you know. I reckon it's, you know, if they came over and for them to be on the Today Show would be, I guess, okay, you know, because they are big icons of India, you know. But I mean, I'm just a guy who does country and western music, which, you know, it's like I don't know, it's a speck in our Indian music scene. And I suddenly come in here, and I'm on stuff like today, and it's a little uncanny.
And yes, it's true that I'm not the man I used to be, or Ruby.
Want a guitar? One, two, go wide. And A, 3, 2.
Oh, nice to meet you. Enjoy Tamworth, won't you? I will. Okay. See you later.
Great story. Enjoy Tamworth.
Thanks, Steve. Nice meeting you.
You'll love Tamworth. Oh, I'm telling you, you'll have a hell of a time. It'll be great. Thanks a lot.
I hear her train coming, she's rolling down the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, time keeps dragging on. Well, that train keeps moving, all in the San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me so, you always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man to quit just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Yeah, they freed me from that prison. If that airplane was mine, I bet I'd move it just a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'll let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is BobbyCash. Thank you so much.
Big hand for the band.
Thank you guys. That's it. Tamworth, main Northland. Well, this is it. Here I am.
BobbyCash, Scott, how are you, mate? Welcome to Tamworth.
Good to see you. Well, we won't much trouble.
You're very welcome. A lot of people saw you on TV this morning.
People are very kind.
It went really well, didn't it?
It did. I guess it's so important to start off well.
It's an amazing event, our festival.
This is Peel Street,
Main Street now.
and the buskers will be right up here. There's only a few about right now, but
Yeah.
If you'd have come here 35 years ago, it's like, oh, there's a couple of people down there, and oh yeah, there's a little...
Today we have over 2,500 events that are a part of the Tamworth Festival.
okay, Bobby, there's the pub. You're working there Saturday.
My dad, when he sort of got going doing his radio program here, he was playing country music, and at that time he was the only full-time country music broadcaster in the whole of Australia.
Which of course is staged over 11 days, and I know it's now at 114 venues that these events are staged in, featuring over 800 artists.
See all the little tents they've got there, and every one of those tents will be occupied by Sunday.
Really just a handful of people just worked so hard because I guess, my dad must have just had some kind of idea that this can work.
Well, they usually get an extra 30,000 around town, but they're expecting a record this year.
Which of course is now regarded and known as a top 10 music event in the world.
Look at that. It's huge. I can't fit it into one frame, it's so big.
When you say from Tamworth, it's amazing how many people have heard of it. And in fact, in the southern states of America, I always reckon they think Tamworth is the capital of Australia.
Okay, mate, I'll give you a look at the view, and then we go. Is that a good view, Bobby, or is that a good view?
It's a great view. This place that we're staying in, it's perfect.
You know, this is something that nobody from India would come and do. You just go to the pubs.
Yeah, normal Indian comes. Yeah, exactly. I've absolutely fallen in love with the countryside and the sights and the scenery, the landscape, and I hadn't slept the previous night, and I thought that maybe I'll sleep. I couldn't. I just stayed awake, and I kept looking out at beautiful little hills, the forest, everything. This is the way. If I could make it, I'd make it this way. We are up this beautiful hill. There's nobody around. Just we saw some kangaroos a while back, and it's total peace. It's majestic. It's everything. Anybody with an artistic heart would just, you don't want to get off here. It's fantastic.
I feel like a star tonight, standing in the shining lights. I'm glad I've come to your side of town. I can feel that there's some magic all around. There's a lot of pretty faces inside, and fancy folks dressed in style. And here I am in these lights.
Don't drop it there.
Manish is my RHM. That means my right-hand man. It's a very multifaceted kind of role he plays, right from doing the sound to tuning guitars to interacting with people, dealing with people, and doing business with people. He gets it done.
He's somebody I look up to from a music person point of view. I think he is my guru because he doesn't teach. He doesn't make, we don't sit and sort of he teaches and I learn. He just tells me, try and pick what I'm doing. It's an amazing opportunity and honor to, sort of be around him.
And I met a fellow last night. He's just flown in from India, of all places, and I'm finding out that there's not a great deal going on in the way of country music in India, but he knows all about Tamworth. I want you to really make him welcome, BobbyCash!
And I know
when he walked into the pub, he just got off the plane and, he must have been jet lagged, he must have been exhausted. But just the people going, who is this guy? He looks different. He is different. And he is. He's totally unique. He's wonderful.
yeah, I could sing my songs on tonight.